Picture yourself standing right here in Iceland. The sun kisses your skin, a gentle breeze whispers tales of adventure, and a world of possibilities stretches before you. But here's the twist. Iceland isn't just one world, it's two. You're about to embark on an extraordinary journey, discovering the secrets of this land from two unique perspectives: luxury versus budget. In this first video, however, we try to spend as less as possible and still have an amazing road trip. In part 2, we try experiencing luxurious side of road trips across Iceland. With that, are you ready to explore? Let's roll! Meet Crump. He's worked hard for 6 months and has saved up enough money for a budget trip to Iceland. He has a 10-day trip in mind and has already got a return ticket for roughly $700. He plans to stick to his budget, so let's see how much he actually ends up spending in Iceland. As soon as Crump arrives in Iceland, he rents a Peugeot 208, costing $370 for 10 days. He will be driving around the famous ring road, which doesn't really require a 4x4. Now that he's got the car, his next target is to find a place to stay for 2 nights in Reykjavík before driving on to the Golden Circle. As he was searching, he came across a hostel called B47. This hostel has free parking and is relatively cheap with a price tag of $117 for 2 nights. He leaves his luggage in the hostel and sets off to explore Reykjavík. He takes a walk around Reykjavík's old harbour, visits the Whales of Iceland exhibition, and calls it a day after visiting Harpa Concert Hall. It's day 2 in Iceland. After having breakfast at the hostel, Crump drives to Blue Lagoon to relax a bit. This is busy spot, so Crump was quite smart booking his comfort package for $66 a few days ago. Before heading back, Crump takes a leisurely stroll along the picturesque Tjörnin Lake and its surrounding park area. It's day 3. Crump is set to begin his road trip across Iceland. He packs his bags, loads his car, says goodbye to a nice British guy, Fishy Funa, and heads off to Thingvellir National Park, which is about 50 kilometers from Reykjavík, a roughly 50 minutes drive. Thingvellir National Park is a UNESCO World Heritage Site and historical location of the Althing. Crump explores the park's dramatic landscapes, including the Silfra Fissure, before moving on to Geysir Geothermal Area, which is again around a 50 minutes drive from Thingvellir National Park. He takes in the beautiful surrounding and watches Strókar erupt every 5 to 10 minutes, shooting water high into the air. Around 10 minutes drive from the Geysir is Gullfoss Waterfall, one of Iceland's most stunning waterfalls. As he was heading to Selfoss, a town in southern Iceland on the banks of the Ölfusa River, he figured that he would make a small stop at Kerid Crater, a beautiful site with bright blue lake at the bottom. Crump has officially completed the Golden Circle. Finally, Crump pays around $20 to set up a camp at Gestus Selfoss campsite to crash for the night before continuing his adventure. Waking up nice and early, Crump gets back on the road, heading to Seljalandsfoss. Seljalandsfoss is host to an incredible waterfall with a unique feature that allows you to walk behind the waterfall. Next destination, Skogafoss. Skogafoss has 2 main attractions, Skogar Museum and another impressive waterfall. After visiting the waterfall, Crump pays a $15 fee to visit the Skogar Museum. The last and final destination for the day is Vik, a remote seafront village in South Iceland. Crump books an Airbnb here and sets off to explore. He first explores Reynisfjara, the famous black sand beach in Vik. He takes in the unique basalt columns, the Reynisdrangar sea stacks, and the roaring Atlantic Ocean. Since he is going to be staying here, he decides to drive up to Derholi, a nearby promontory known for its breathtaking views of the coastline, arches, and a lighthouse. This marks the end of Crump's day 4 in Iceland. Crump's got some ambitious goals for day 5, so he wakes up quite early, packs his stuff, and heads off to Jökulsárlón Glacier Lagoon. A 2.5-hour drive from Vik, Jökulsárlón Glacier Lagoon is a mesmerizing glacial lake filled with icebergs. Crump spends some time exploring the lagoon's edge, where he sees seals playing among the icebergs. After lunch, Crump visits Diamond Beach, which is just a short drive from Jökulsárlón. He then heads off to Stokksnes, which is 1.5 hours from Jökulsárlón and is known for its unique landscapes. The drive itself was scenic, and he managed to spot some wildlife along the way. including reindeer and seabirds. He spends $6 exploring Stocksnes, including the Viking village and the picturesque Vestrahorn mountain. He then drives for 2.5 hours into Eastfjords, known for its dramatic coastal scenery and charming fishing villages. He makes multiple stops at viewpoints, villages, and beaches along the way. Finally, he books an Airbnb in Egilsstaðir for $51 after what has been a long day of exploration. Halfway through, Crump has spent $1,505 so far. Adding fuel and food costs to this total, we get $1,815. Before moving on, make sure to subscribe and show some love by liking this video for more of such videos. Let's move on to day 6. He checks out and heads towards Dettifoss, a 2-hour drive from Egilsstaðir. Dettifoss hosts one of Europe's most powerful waterfalls. Crump spends some time experiencing the sheer might of this waterfall before moving on to Húsavík. Húsavík is approximately 1.5-hour drive from Dettifoss and is known for its whale-watching tours. Crump already booked his tour for $86 to watch these incredible beasts. He spends 2 hours in Húsavík and then drives for around an hour to Mývatn area, which is known for its unique volcanic landscapes and geothermal activity. He visits Verir geothermal area and unwinds at the Mývatn nature baths, which is often referred to as the Blue Lagoon of the North. He enjoys the soothing geothermal waters and soaks in the beautiful surroundings. He books an Airbnb for $90 in the area of Reykjavík. Crump spends the night here before heading to Akureyri. It's day 7 for Crump on the ring road. He leaves Reykjavík and drives for 1.5 hours to Akureyri, the capital of North Iceland. He visits Akureyri Botanical Garden and takes a walk around the town center and enjoys the local cafes and shops. After lunch, Crump departs from Akureyri and heads northeast towards Siglufjörður, which is within an hour's drive from Akureyri. He visits the Herring Era Museum and later explores the charming fishing village and takes in the stunning coastal views. He then leaves Siglufjörður in the early evening and drives for 1.5 hours south towards Viðimýrarkirkja. On his way, Crump books a room in Hlyn Guest House near Viðimýrarkirkja Church for $100. As he arrives, he visits the historic turf church, known for its unique architecture, before calling it a day. As Crump wakes up, he realizes it's his second last day in Iceland. Sad but excited for the road ahead, he drives roughly 1.5 hours to Borgarvirki. He explores ancient volcanic crater fortress of Borgarvirki and enjoys panoramic views of the surrounding landscape. He then heads to Hraunfossar and Barnafoss waterfalls, approximately 1 hour from Borgarvirki. Crump explores Hraunfossar and Barnafoss, 2 stunning waterfalls, and admires the unique beauty of water flowing through lava fields. A short 30 minutes drive from Hraunfossar is Deildartunguver. Deildartunguver is Europe's most powerful hot spring. Crump takes a short walk around the area and sees the boiling hot water. Finally, he drives for 1.5 hours west towards his last destination for day 8, Grundarfjörður. Grundarfjörður is known for Kirkjufell Mountain and Kirkjufellsfoss waterfall, one of Iceland's iconic scenes. Crump sets camp for the night at Grundarfjörður campsite for $12 before starting his last day in Iceland tomorrow. Crump wakes up to stunning Grundarfjörður views. What a way to start his last day. He packs his stuff and takes a 20 minutes drive towards Bjarnarhöfn Shark Museum. He drives in another 30 minutes to Gerduberg Cliffs. Gerduberg Cliffs are a striking basalt column formation, resembling a natural stone wall. Sticking to the road, Crump takes a short 11 minutes drive to Eldborg Crater Trailhead, which is the starting point for a hike to the top of Eldborg, a symmetrical and well-preserved volcanic crater. He makes a short 1 hour hike to the top of Eldborg, which surely was rewarding. After taking in the stunning views, he gets back on the road, heading right for the capital of Reykjavík, an 1.5 hour drive from his current location. That concludes Crump's road trip across Iceland. Adding fuel and food, he has spent around $2,503. Pretty decent for a budget trip. I'll be posting part 2 soon where we go around Iceland. But this time it'll be all more luxurious, so don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell. Until next time, ciao ciao.